I never imagined that I would be working with victims of mass violence and terrorism. That was never part of the plan. But when 9/11 happened, I realized this really was my path. We had the planes that were hijacked that day. All 4 of them were headed to California. And that's when we learned we had hundreds of people in the state that were impacted. My name is Anita Ahuja, and I work with the California Victim Compensation Board. I'm the manager for mass violence response, and basically I work with victims of mass violence and terrorism. The relationship I have with victims is something that's more personal, in the sense of I want people to feel comfortable to open up about what they're experiencing so that we can identify what we can help them with. One of my first interactions with victims of terrorism, and I will never forget this moment, there was a couple. They came up to me and they looked me directly in the eye and they said, "Anita, what did we do to deserve this?" They had lost their adult son in one of the planes that crashed into the World Trade Center. He was 29 years old. And I knew there was nothing I could say or do to take that pain away. I just looked back at them and I said, "You didn't do anything to deserve this. But what I do know is that we will help you get through this." And that really is what we're about. We will help people get through some of the worst times in their lives. We don't want these incidents to continue, obviously, but we are better prepared because there have been so many that we've had to respond to, especially lately with San Bernardino and also the victims of the Las Vegas shooting. I'm very sympathetic and empathic, so it's hard for me not to get lost in and buried in the emotion of what's going on. And so I realize when maybe I'm getting a little too deep that I need to take a time out and take a breath of fresh air, go for a walk, and just remember that yes, it's a really sad story, it's horrific, but we're gonna help them. And even though the journey is painful, and that pain is not going to go away, but it might get dimmer. I'm just so grateful that I can help people recover from pain and really move to a place of healing and knowing that we're part of that healing process.